Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today on Senior Fitness with Meredith. So today's workout, the best go-to seated dumbbell workout, beginner level workout is what we are doing today. So what you will need, your nice, comfortable, sturdy chair. We'll be staying in that the entire workout. Also need a set of dumbbells. So I'm just using one set of dumbbells. If you have multiples, you can have those close by for different body parts. So we'll use both dumbbells, we'll go to a single, and then we'll do our stretch at the end. Again, we're starting with a warm-up, so you don't need your dumbbells at that point. Go ahead and get all of your gear, as well as your water. Always have that close by. I'll meet you right back here. We'll get started with a nice warm-up. We are ready to get started with our best go-to seated dumbbells workout. Let's start with a nice warm-up just to get everything warmed up, ready to go. So a nice slow march. We're nice and tall in our chair. I want you to focus on keeping your abdominals pulled in tight. Keep the length in your spine. Relax those shoulders down. Slow, controlled movements. With our legs marching, big deep inhale, bring those arms up and around. And exhale. One more time, big deep inhale, arms up and around. And exhale. Just bringing those knees up a little bit higher, pumping those arms a little bit more. Again, warming everything up before we add the dumbbells to it. We're gonna alternate kicks to the front with a little press to the front, all right? So we kick. Focusing on front body right now, warming it up. Nice and tall. Extending to the front. Breathe with it. Exhale, inhale. Let's do two more each side. 2, 2, 1. Come back to that march in between each movement. Taps go out to the side with the press out to our side. Exhale, exhale. Again, abdominals tight, length stays in the spine, and relax those shoulders. Slight lean side to side as you warm up side of those legs and side body. Exhale and inhale. 3 more each side. 3, 2, 1 more each side. Come back to that march. Now, depending on the type of chair you're in will dictate what type of range of motion you have. We're bringing our foot a little bit back, like a little tap back in a tricep kickback. So our chest is gonna go slightly forward, little tap back and kick back. So if you have arms on that chair, remember you have to bring your arms maybe slightly out, bring those elbows a little bit higher. Depending on the type of chair you're in, you may not have as much range of motion to tap back. Do what is best for you. 2 more each side. 2, 2, 1 more each side. Come back up nice and tall. March it out. Deep inhales, exhales. Couple more marches. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and release. Now we'll get into those dumbbells. So picking up both of your dumbbells to start, we're going to place them onto our lap. Once you have those dumbbells there, make sure you're sitting up nice and tall, really focusing on your form. So keep those abdominals pulled in, trying to keep the length in your spine. You're scooched up towards the front of the chair. Those shoulders are relaxed. So with those dumbbells, not too close to the knee joint, not too far back, close to the hip joint. Right in the center of those thighs, we want to focus on our quadriceps to do the work. So we're nice and tall and lifted. We're going to alternate marching those legs. So our right foot slowly comes up, slow release down, left foot up, slow release down. Exhaling and inhaling. Slow and controlled both directions. We're focusing on those quadriceps, big leg muscle, to do the work. Our secondaries will be our hip flexors and those lower abdominals assisting with our movements. Really focus on what you're working. Breathe into it. We have 2 more on each side now. 1 more each side. And release. We're staying with lower body, nice and tall. Alternate opening to your side. So our focus, I want you to focus on your hip, your outer thigh, and your gluteal to do the work. You're staying facing towards me so that upper body's not twisting to the side. It's just lower body working. So we open that right foot out to right, pull it back to center, other side. Left foot to the left, back to center. So pressing from our outer thigh, hip, gluteal as we open out to the side, inner thigh, groin as we pull back to center. Again, we're staying controlled, both directions. Core tight, nice and tall. Two more each side. 1 more each side. Out, together, left goes out, together. Back to center, feet about shoulder distance apart. You're gonna put a little bit more pressure onto those dumbbells, keeping the core tight. We just wanna add extra resistance as we peel those heels up off the ground, release them down. Peel those heels up, release. So focusing on lower part of the leg, those calf muscles into the ankles, into the feet. Really working on strengthening that part of the body. Exhale, inhale. 3 more. 3, 2. Last one. Back up nice and tall. A little shake out of everything. Now to upper body. We're going to start with our back pull. So you'll take those weights off of those thighs. They're down by your side. Chest goes slightly forward. Back pulls, focusing on upper back. Both of the weights come up towards the chest. We squeeze our shoulder blades together. Gently release out. Exhale. Inhale. Again, slow and controlled in both directions. Those weights just want to drop to the ground after we lift them up. We're focusing on that resistance, on the release as well. Exhale. Inhale. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Gently release. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. Last one. We'll keep those weights down by our side. We'll sit up nice and tall. If you have the range of motion, if you have a chair with arms, you will keep those weights on your lap. We're pressing those weights back. We're squeezing through our triceps, the back of our arms, and our upper back, releasing back to our sides. It's a small range of motion. Exhale. Inhale. Slow, controlled, open through the front body. Feel the chest open, expand. Back neutral. We're doing 3 more now. Exhale, 3, 2. Last one. Arms are going to stay down by our side, or again, they're on your lap if you have an armchair. Turn the palms to face towards me. Keep the elbows glued into the side of the body. We're alternating our bicep curls. Right side, curl up towards the shoulder. Gently release out. Left side, curl up towards the shoulder. Gently release. Slow and controlled. Again, those elbows are staying glued in the side of the body, so your biceps, front of the arm, is doing that work. Let's do 3 more on each side. 3, 3, 2, 2. 1 more each side. Focus on those biceps. Last one right and left. We'll bring those weights onto the thighs just for a second to relax those shoulders, stretch them out, but then they're going to go back down by our sides. We're going to alternate our side raises. Nice and tall, core tight, lengthen the spine, relax the shoulders down. Weights are down by our side. Once they're there, I want you to put that slight bend in your elbow joints. So we're not locking them out straight. Don't hyperextend, slight bend, focusing on the top of the shoulder. That's what we're working. We're not swinging from the shoulder, we're lifting from the shoulder. So bringing that right side out, no higher than shoulder level, gently release it down. Same thing left side, no higher than shoulder level, gently release. Okay, we're not leading from the hand, we're not leading from the elbow. The shoulder is doing the work, the rest of the arm is just following behind. No swinging. Core nice and tight. Let's do 3 more, slow controlled each side. 3, 2 more. 1 more, right, left. Exhale, side, gently release. Exhale, side, and bring them onto the lap, a little shake out. Now we're focusing on our rotator cuff. So we're gonna turn our palms to face up towards the sky, and we're gonna glue those elbows back into the side of the body. They're gonna stay there, so it's just our forearms, hands that are moving out to the side. Both working at the same time. Open side, come center. Again, small range of motion. A controlled movement. Don't lose your form as you concentrate, nice and tall. 3, 2, last one. Let's release those dumbbells back onto those thighs. We're gonna walk our feet just slightly out, another lower body movement. With both of our dumbbells being used. We're nice and tall, we add that pressure like we did with our heel raises, but now you're gonna lift your toes up, release. Work on that range of motion in those ankle joints and shins. Those can become tight if we have to sit for long periods of time. Do this movement throughout the day with and without dumbbells is good. That range of motion, 3 more toe raises, 2, last one. Walk those feet a little bit closer in. Let's do a nice core movement. We're going to do our side bend side to side. So again, if you have the availability, those weights go down by your side. Length stays in the spine. We're just leaning down to our right, like we're about to put that weight on the ground. We decide not to. We sit back up nice and tall. Now our left. We lean down left. We sit up nice and tall. So you're not bowing to the side. Chest stays nice and proud, facing towards me. Working those obliques, the side of the waist into our lower back. 3 more. 3. 2 more. 1 more each side. Exhale right, up center. Exhale left, back to center. Bring those weights onto your lap and release one of them down to the ground. So you can bring that one, it can go out of the way unless you want to use 2 for some lower body movements we're about to do. So you'll take your 1 dumbbell, you'll place it on that right thigh. Movements we did earlier, but now we're focusing just on one side. You have less rest time in between. So nice and tall again, really focus on keeping those abdominals pulled in tight. We're scooched towards the front of that chair. Single knee raise. So we're gonna lift that right foot up, focusing on that quadricep to lift that foot off the ground. Little pause at top, release and try and hover or just barely tap those toes down. This is one where if you choose, you could always put the second dumbbell that you have to add more resistance. Quadricep, that string is pulling right from the center of that thigh muscle. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, Last one releases all the way down. We're staying on the right side, really fatiguing that side out. We're opening out to the side, coming back to center. Again, body stays facing towards me. Leg goes outside, pull back center. Exhale, inhale. Outer thigh, hip, gluteal, inner thigh, groin. Abdominals working the entire time. Three more. Two. Last one, back to center. Let's give that right side a little bit of a rest. Now the left side gets to do all the work, finding our good posture and form, nice and tall. We'll start with that single knee raise. Remember, when you release, either hover over the ground or just barely tap those toes down. That imaginary string, leading that foot up, little pause, release down. So feel that quadricep engage, lifting that foot off the ground and added resistance that we have. Three more. Last one. And release it down. Staying on that left side. Second movement, opening out to the side. Remember, body stays facing towards me, just the lower body working. We open out to the side. We pull back to center. Hip, outer thigh, gluteal, inner thigh, groin. Abdominals pulled in tight. Slow and controlled. Three more. 3, 2, last one, back to center. Let's give the left side a break. Let's go back to the right side. So bring that dumbbell onto your thigh, lengthening out through the right leg. Always keeping that slight bend in the knee joint, so we're not pressing it straight out. Slight bend, heel is down. Longer lever. So now we're lifting our longer leg up, still focusing on our quadricep to do the work. So lifting straight up, release it down. Keep that slight bend in the knee joint, not lifting from the foot, not lifting from the knee. There should be no pain or pressure in the knee joint. Your quadricep is doing the work. Your lower abdominals and hip flexor as well. 3, 2, last one, release long leg down. We have our heel down. We're nice and tall. We're going to pick that foot up, tap the toes, lengthen, tap heel. Tap toes, tap heel. Three more. 3, 2, last one. Bring that right foot in. Let's switch over to the left. Those two movements now on left side. Nice and tall. Lengthen out, keeping that slight bend in your knee joint. Focus right in the center of the quadricep. Again, big leg muscle doing the brunt of the work. Not leading from the knee, not leading from the foot. Lifting that heel up. Release it. Core tight, nice and tall. Three more now. 3, 2, last one. Gently release the long leg down. We're nice and tall. Heel is down. We're gonna lift that foot up. Tap our toes, lengthen, tap heel. Tap toes, tap heel. Really focusing on lifting that foot up as we pull back. Two more. 2, last one. Bring those feet next to each other. Our lower body gets a nice break. We're bringing that dumbbell, single dumbbell in our right hand, focusing on the back of our arm, our tricep. So chest is going to go slightly forward. You're going to bring that elbow nice and high. Lengthening arm long, bend and bring it in. That elbow stays nice and high the entire time. So we're focusing on our tricep, the back of our arm. Exhale, extend. Inhale in. Not swinging from the shoulder joint, keeping it locked in place. 3, 2, last one. Let's switch sides. So now our dumbbell goes into our left hand. Same thing, chest slightly forward, lengthen the spine, bring the elbow nice and high, keeping it in place, extend back, bring in. Slow and controlled. I like to do tricep movements singularly because it can be difficult to focus on what we're working when we do them both at the same time and we just start swinging those weights. Focus on the back of the arm. Extend, release in. 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Good job. Back center, little release, little shake out. We're getting there, we're close. Front raises are next. 1 dumbbell, nice and tall. Lengthen our arms. Again, we're not locking out those elbow joints. We keep that slight bend, focusing on front of the shoulder into the chest. That's where we're lifting our dumbbell from. It's not gonna pull us forward. We're staying tall, so keep those abdominals tight. Bringing it up in front of us, no higher than shoulder level, and our gaze, gently release it back down. You can feel the core engaged because that dumbbell, that longer lever out in front of us, it wants to pull us forward. We're working against that. No swinging, focusing. Front of the shoulder. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Gently release it down, a little shake out. We're leaning back in our chair now. 1 more upper body movement, then we'll get into core. So leaning back in your chair, bottom is still scooched to the front. Leaning back so length stays in the spine, abdominals are tight. Dumbbell right at chest level, or our chest presses. So we're gonna press that dumbbell straight out in front of us, bring it back in. Straight out, back in. So it's going out at a 45-degree angle essentially. So if you were on your back laying totally flat, it'd be going straight above you. So straight out from the chest, coming back in. Press from the chest, gently release. 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Dumbbell is nice and close to the body now, focusing on our abdominal wall. Right in the center of our abdominal wall, we're going to lift our bodies up. So we're not swinging, we're not using momentum, we're not pulling from our legs. So dumbbell close to us, exhale, abdominals pull us to sit nice and tall, gently release back. Gently release. Imagine that string right in the center of the belly leading you up, gently allowing you to go back. We're doing 3 more. 3, gently release. 2, last one. We're gonna stay sitting up nice and tall. Feet come a little bit closer in. Our gaze is gonna stay right in the center of our dumbbell. Relax those shoulders down. We're twisting side to side. Keep that length in your spine. Twist over to the right as far as you feel is safe. Come back, center, other side. Twist left, come back, center. So entire abdominal wall is working. We're really getting into those obliques in our lower back and range of motion in our spine. So you might not have big range of motion, you may just be going a fraction to the side. That's perfectly fine. Over time, two more to each side. 1 more each side. Exhale right, center, Exhale left, back to center. Bring that dumbbell nice and close to the body, so take all the resistance off of the upper body. Focus is our lower back. Remember, part of the core. So length stays in the spine. Allow your chest to go forward with an inhale. Exhale, that imaginary string leads you up from your lower back. Inhale. Exhale up. No rounding through the spine as you sit up nice and tall. Keeping that nice straight flat back. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. And release that dumbbell down. Wonderful job. Let's do some stretches before we're completely done. So nice and tall in our chair. Dumbbells are down to the side. We twist and open to our right side. Big deep inhales. Big deep exhales. Let's go through center to the left. Twist and open. Come back to center. Hands are either next to you or interlaced behind you. Chest goes forward as you open through the shoulders and chest and breathe into it. Sit back up nice and tall. Bring those hands onto your lap. Now hollow out the belly. Arch and stretch the spine as you open through the entire back body. Those shoulder blades are opening up. Each individual vertebrae into your lower back. And sitting up nice and tall. Let's lengthen out through that right leg. Slight bend in the knee joint, hinging forward from your hips. Feel your length. Release into that stretch, bringing that length down and breathing into it. Entire back of the leg through the gluteals into your lower back, releasing. We'll roll it up, and once you're sitting nice and tall, bring that right foot up, circling that foot around from the ankle joint so that knee stays still. Reverse other way, get that mobility and stretch in your ankle. And release right side. Same thing left, leg is out long, slight bend in the knee, hinge forward at those hips. Bring that length down, stretching all the way through the back of the leg, through the gluteals, into your lower back. Deep inhales. Deep exhales. Let's roll up nice and slow, and once you are sitting tall, lift that left foot up, circling around, and from the ankle joint, work on that range of motion, mobility, and stretch. Reverse it, go the other way around. And release it down. Open those feet a little more than shoulder distance apart. Hands can either stay on those quadriceps or release them down towards the floor to get that nice deep stretch. Entire lower body and back. Roll up nice and slow. Again, once you're sitting nice and tall, just heel toe those feet back to center, arms down by your side, nice and lifted. Bring those shoulders up towards the ears with an inhale. Exhale, release down 2 more times. 1 more. Shoulder circles to the front, opening through the upper back. Inhale, exhale. Let's do 1 more this direction. And reverse it. Big circles to the back, opening through the shoulders and chest, feeling that good range of motion. Last one, release those shoulder blades down your spine. Now keep them there, hands onto your lap, turn your head, look over your right shoulder. And other side, looking over the left, body stays facing towards me. Head comes back center, let your right ear release towards your right shoulder, not leaning to the side, nice and tall. And then other side, left ear releases towards the left shoulder. Head comes back up center, let your chin release down towards your chest, not leaning forward, getting that nice stretch in the back of your neck and upper back. Now bring your gaze up towards the sky, gently releasing the head back. Bring your head back up to center, arms down by your side, 3 deep inhales, exhales. Inhale, bring that length up overhead. Exhale, release it 2 more times, big deep inhale. And exhale, 1 more time, big deep inhale, length goes up. Exhale, release it all out because you did an amazing job just completing your best go-to seated dumbbell full body beginner workout. I am so proud of you. I look forward to our next workout together.